Hey y'all, as you can see today we are going to be doing planning my bullet journal, and today we are doing the October setup. But first let's flip through September so you can see how it's looking. And I am filming this kind of late. I wanted to film this last weekend on the 22nd, but it's actually the 29th that I am filling this out. So this is how my first spread looks like. I love this spread. I'm doing this again. I just love this setup and it works really well for me and for what I use this planner for. So this was my mood tracker. As you can see, a lot of normal days, I guess. Some excited days in there as well. And then this was my parent tracking thing, and then this is my 2 lines a day that I need to do from yesterday and today. These are just it's just a sticky note. I have sticky notes all the way here in the back, and I just have them there, and this is just to remind me the pictures that I want to print out for this page. I can show you what last month's looked like because it actually looked really cute. So this is what last month turned out with all of the memories. I just like having that in here. And then this was the first week, the second week. I like to kind of switch up the layouts that I do. I didn't really like this layout because if you see, this week I had like a little Monday through Friday spot to mark like the important things that are going on that day, and I didn't have one this week, so it wasn't my favorite week. This was this next week. As you can see, I threw in some washi on these last two, and I kind of liked that. And then this was this past week. As you can see, I had my marker in there. So this is how this past week turned out. And then we are just going to go ahead and get started right here on October. So I am going to speed you up and do a voiceover for this part, and then I will catch you at the end to do a quick flip of how everything turned out. Okay guys, as I mentioned in the beginning, this is my October bullet journal plan with me. I sketch everything out beforehand before I actually do this part. So this part is just me basically tracing everything that I sketched. This that you see here, I saw an image on Pinterest and kind of just drew what I saw. I'm not the best artist in the world, but I tried really hard to get this page perfect. It's not perfect. I put it too far to the left. So I drew that little spider coming down from October just to add a little extra something something to it. And then, let's see, I don't really know what else to say about that. It's basically what you see is what you get. The colors that I'm using, I went for a lime green this month, a purple, a black, and a gray, and an orange. So I have 5 colors total that you will see me use, and I just love how it all came together and how it looks, and it's really cute. But yeah, so I am not sure where that image is from. I tried to look it up, but it just Brandy Smith is the one that uploaded it, but I don't know if it's her art or if she got it from somewhere. It doesn't say. So that's what you get. Anyways, so I'm just going to finish doing this page and catch you on the other one. Right now I'm just doing I'm making it look like I actually used a calligraphy pen, but I did not. I fake it. So I'm just going to color this page now, and we will get on to the next one. Loving this lime green. The only thing is my lime green, it looks like someone took a bite out of it. So I'm pretty sure one of my animals got a hold of it. So it kind of does something weird every now and then, but that's okay. we're just gonna go with it. So, yeah, that's how it turned out. This next page, of course, is my monthly, and I kept this pretty much the same from every week, every month that I've been doing so far. I have my calendar, my small calendar on one side with the to-do list, and then a quote at the bottom, and the quote I used is, "I'm so glad I live where there are Octobers," and that is by L.M. Montgomery, and I just love that quote. I am sorry if you hear that. That is something popping up on my computer. So anyways, that side's my calendar. And this month I didn't use a ruler. I just didn't want to. I was feeling very lazy. So everything's just free-handed. That's why my calendar looks a little wonky this time, but it's okay. I don't mind. Anyways, on the other side, I have my books at the top. The books that I read to the kids that month, because this, for those of you that don't know, my bullet journal is my work planner. So this is for my classroom. I am a first grade teacher, and I use this as my work planner. Basically, it's just full of to-dos that I need to do that day. Because we do our lesson plans digitally, so I don't need to put my lesson plans in here. And in the very back, I do have a grade book. Okay, anyway, so back to the other side, there are books at the top, so I can write down what books we read that month, so I make sure that we're not reading the same books, that I'm giving them a good variety. And then those 3 little rectangle boxes are my habits, and I changed it up this month. This month I was doing patient, like to be patient with them, but I'm going to change it to don't raise my voice, just because I've been hearing the teacher next to me raise her voice a lot, and I just want to make sure that I'm not doing that. So, yeah. And then I'm going to do, the other 2 are going to be the same, on time and productive, making sure I'm being productive. That basically just means that I'm productive during my conference, because I find that during my conference time, I go and I talk and I don't do what I'm supposed to be doing. So, those are my 3 habits that I am tracking. And then I have a little note section. We have staff meetings at least once, if not twice a month. And that section is just so I can write little notes that I need to remember from the meeting that are like important. And at the very bottom, I have a looking at the next month, so November. So any important dates for November will go there. The only thing that I know of for November right now at this moment is Thanksgiving break. And that's really it. So that is basically this page. I put a little ghost on this page just to kind of change it up. And there is a spider coming down from the monthly area. Oh, and I put a little witch's broom also on Pinterest. I looked up like Halloween bullet journal ideas, and this list of like different titles came up and how to draw different titles. So I liked that. I liked how it looked. And yeah, so here's just me writing in all these numbers. It takes forever. This is the one part I don't like, is having to write in all the numbers. But, you know, I could do it a different way. I just choose to put the number. So that is basically this whole page set up. And if you are bored of my monthly page, I'm sorry, but this really works for me. And I just like it. I will probably move my books out of my monthly next year and just do a whole books page, like at the very beginning, because I find that we don't read that many books that I have set up there, and I don't like how I have all those empty books. We read, basically what we do in my classroom is we read, well, we do it in all first grade classrooms. We read one book. That is our focus book. That's where we get our vocabulary words from. That's where we get our skill that we're learning that week from. We basically pull everything. Our whole lessons and stuff are based off of that text that we are reading. I ripped the page, by the way, so that's why I went ahead and put the washi on when I was erasing. I was very upset with myself. So basically, we're only reading one book a week, and that's the book that we use all week. We pull our writing activities from it. We pull everything from it. Everything is pulled from that book. So it's a mentor text is what we call it, and so that's our mentor text, and we do once a week. One book a week. So basically for the month of September, I only had 4 books because there were 4 weeks in the month. So I only had to fill up 4 of those little books. So I tried to not draw as many this time, but I know that I will be doing some October books, so, or some Halloween books, so I kept a couple because, you know, I love holidays and we always read books. But that is basically this page all set up. I'm just going in now and I am just adding color. I added in my numbers on my calendar. And then I'm outlining the October in a black marker just to make it pop. I just really wanted it to pop out so it caught your attention, and I just love it. And then I'm going to go to the next side. I'm going to color in my broom, my little pumpkin, and my, what else do I have? Oh, like the shelf that the books are on. And then this is my next page. I have my mood tracker and my parent communication log. And I'm not 100% happy with my mood tracker, but we're going to go with it because I already drew it in, so yeah. But anyways, this month I will probably have a lot more parent communication because we will be starting, it's the end of the first 9 weeks in October, and we will be starting our parent conferences coming up, so I will make sure to have all that information in there so I can just track what parents I'm talking to, when I'm talking to them, and all that fun stuff. And then, so this month I did something different. I used like faces instead of just colors. There will be colors within faces, but I did faces this time, and I changed it to 5. So I have happy, stressed, sad, mad, and sick. Just because I was doing like excited and normal, and I don't really get excited too often, but I do have happy days. I do have those are my, like my good days. Like I didn't get mad, I didn't get upset, I wasn't stressed out, I wasn't angry. So, yeah. And then I tried to draw the circles a little bit bigger than what they were on there, so that's why that looks weird. And on my parent communication log, I just did a simple little ghost. I thought it was cute, and like I said, I didn't use rulers this week, so everything is just free-handed, so my box looks interesting, but we're just gonna go with it. And now I'm just gonna color in my faces and my little pot, and I use I will leave everything that I used linked down below, like always, but I use the oh my gosh, Uniball Signo white gel pen to write over the big black pot that I do, because at first I wrote mood tracker, and then I was like, you know what, I kind of want to color that in, so I colored it in, and then just used my white gel pen. And I love those gel pens. I didn't think I was going to like them as much, but I saw another bullet journaler use it in her video, and I was like, I kind of love those Uniball Signo pens, and I really want one now, so I went and bought me one. It comes in a pack of 3 off of Amazon, and that's the one I will leave link down below for you guys if you want to go pick them up. So that is basically that page. I kind of like how it turned out. I really wish I would have used the lime green on sick, because I just think that would have worked out better, but I didn't. So I need to start thinking about those things, like where the colors go, before I actually just freeball it. Okay, anyways, on to the next page. On my next page, it is a basic setup. Honestly, it is my 2 lines a day, so I just use this cute little bat at the top, and I will be coloring that in and writing over it with the gel pen again. And then I put all my numbers in. I like to put a space in between each day, so it kind of takes up more than just 2 pages, but I like to do a space in between each day just so I have, like, just so it's separated. It just in my mind, it's just, it works. It works better that way. So that is this page, and I really like how it turned out. I don't like my bat, but I will have to live with him for an entire month, so we will just pretend he looks good. And I am erasing everything right now. I will leave those erasers down below. They said they're supposed to be like a dust-free, but they are not. They have dust everywhere. As you can see, several times in this video, I had to pick up my bullet journal and like dust off my desk, which is very annoying, but I digress. Anyways, so here I am writing over it with that white Uniball Signo gel pen, and I'm probably going to go over this one more time just because it kind of like
sunk in after I did this, but that is okay. And so that is my 2 lines a day. And on the next page, I will just continue with the numbers, and then I have my monthly recap down at the bottom. And I don't have as much room this month as I did in the past months, but it all will work out. And then the next page, I think, is my absolute favorite page. So, like I said, I went on, sorry, that was my chair. I went on Pinterest and I searched Halloween bullet journal ideas. And this one, it was like a little, like the little corner things that you see right there. It was like a little corner decorative section, and it had like the little candy corn and like 2 little candy wrapper thingies. And I was like, oh my gosh, that would be so cute if I boarded out a whole page with that. So that's what I did here on my memories page. And for those of you that don't know, I like to put pictures in my memory section, and this is it. And I absolutely love how this turned out. It's my absolute favorite page. I just love it. I think it's so cute with the candy corn, and when everything's colored in, it like pops off of the page, and it looks so good with the colors that I chose this month. And I can't wait to start putting my pictures down and journaling about everything, because I just think it's going to be gorgeous. But anyway, so I'm just coloring that page in, and that is basically it. So I'm going to give you to the outro, and I will do a flip through of everything that we just did together, guys.
Okay, y'all, so we're going to do a quick flip through of what October looks like so far. So this is the cover page for October. And then this is the calendar and my habits and all of that fun stuff. My mood tracker, my parent communication log, my 2 lines a day. Oh, that's from that. Okay. 2 lines a day continued, my monthly recap, and my spot for my pictures to put my pictures. And that is everything, guys. That is the month of October setup. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see y'all next time. Bye, y'all.